How much caffeine does black tea have? When we think of tea, theine comes to mind. But did you know that black tea has caffeine? Yes, it has it. In fact, theine and caffeine, chemically speaking, are the same molecule, only that coming from a different plant, the effect is also different. Have you wondered how much caffeine black tea has? Let us tell you in advance that it has less than coffee, but that's not all. Stay with us to see what are the differences between theine and caffeine and which cup has more quantity, if the mentioned infusion or coffee. Let's get started. Difference between theine and caffeine. As we hear a lot of talk about theine and caffeine, you are surely wondering if there is any difference between theine and caffeine. But the reality is they are the same substance. Both are an alkaloid, which is also present in guarana or mate, among other foods. What changes is the name, depending on the plant in which this molecule is found. In tea, theine. In mate, matine. In guarana, guanine, etc. And its concentration, depending on the product we are talking about. In any case, we will always be talking about natural stimulants, and all of them activate the nervous system, but in different doses. It is in the coffee beans where we are going to find this molecule. Depending on how you are going to prepare your cup of coffee, its flavour will change, because it is not the same to drink an espresso coffee as a coffee with milk. The first one provides more caffeine, and therefore it will also have a stronger flavour, as well as a more intense aroma. In the case of infusions, the caffeine is found in the tea leaves, and if you prepare it with hot water, the effect of the caffeine will be greater than if you prepare the infusion with cold water. Which has more caffeine, black tea or coffee? As we know that black tea is one of the infusions that contain the most theine, it is normal that you ask yourself which has more caffeine, black tea or coffee. Actually, the question is which of the two is better for you, depending on what you need. Theine is considered more stimulating, as it has more polyphenols than caffeine, and the absorption time is slower, but longer lasting in the long term. Coffee has an immediate effect. This is one of the reasons why the side effects of tea have always been seen as more potent. Among other benefits of black tea, it has been shown to improve sports performance, help you concentrate more, and reduce stress and feelings of tiredness. Despite these benefits, it is not recommended to drink more than 3 cups of tea a day, although you can drink teas without theine to continue enjoying a delicious natural beverage. The preparation method and caffeine. The preparation method you use to prepare your tea will also influence the amount of caffeine in the tea. To begin with, the number of spoons you decide to use will increase the amount of caffeine it provides. If you are in the habit of pouring 2, it will have a higher concentration of this molecule. It is also estimated that the longer you let the tea steep, the more it directly affects the amount of caffeine you ingest. Depending on the tea, we recommend more or fewer minutes. In the case of black tea, 2 to 3 will be enough. In the same way, the temperature at which the water is prepared will also influence the amount of caffeine. Another frequent question in this regard is usually how long it takes for the body to release all the caffeine. It is estimated to be about 4 hours, but it depends on the potential of the leaf and the types of tea. Depending on the latter, the bitter taste will be more or less, depending on the tannins it contains and the oxidation process of the leaf. In summary, black tea is one of the natural beverages produced by the Camelina sinensis plant that contains caffeine. For this reason, its consumption should be moderate, even though caffeine in tea also has numerous benefits. Within the world of tea, it is considered to be one of the teas that contain the greatest amount of caffeine. But it is not always true that a cup of black tea has more theine than, for example, some varieties of green tea, such as Gukuro, or some blue teas from Japan. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to comment on what other tea topics you'd like us to cover, and don't forget to tap the like button and subscribe. Also, check the description below for a link to our delicious teas.